Hello friends, it's been a minute. Today I have a collection tour. This is the Birds of a Feather series. This is a series that Breyer did for the Collector Club from 2021 through 2023. And each model's design was inspired by a particular bird. And with one exception, these are all realistic models, realistic colors. Now, just about everything else that I collect are decorators, so this is a very different collection for me. So I'm going to start with the very first release. This is Puffin, and I think she's absolutely perfect with that white belly and white face and sleek, glossy black. She is an excellent representation of a puffin. And also, here her tail ribbons are the colors of a puffin's beak. And I think that's a really cute detail. Now, along with each model, I also have a companion figure of the actual bird. Breyer did not make these. I got these from an independent artist, and I will link their shop in the description. But I thought it would be fun to have the real bird along with the model, and I love how they complement each other. So the second model, this is Goldfinch in a lovely shaded buckskin. And is this model like the same vibrant orange as a goldfinch? No, but I don't care. This model is absolutely gorgeous. I just love it. And these two models together, the first two releases, Puffin and Goldfinch, they are what really sold me on this series. I have friends who are birders and who have worked with raptors, and I enjoy identifying the birds in my backyard. So even though I wouldn't call myself a bird person and I don't typically collect realistic models, because of these two and some personal associations, I was all in on the series. So the third release, this is Crane, and I also really enjoy this guy. I thought the leggy thoroughbred mold was an excellent representation of a crane, and he's got the cutest little snip on his nose. And then the next release, the last one for 2021, this is Metallark. She has a very nice Palomino Pinto pattern. Now, the independent artist that I mentioned did not have a Meadowlark figure, but what they did have were blanks, or what we might call bodies. So I got one, and I asked a very good friend of mine, Karin, to make me a Meadowlark, and it is perfect. Okay, moving on to the first release of 2022. This is Cardinal, and I love him. Cardinals are one of my favorite birds. We have them everywhere where I live, and I love to see them, especially in wintertime. And so this chestnut red horse is an excellent representation of the red cardinal. Okay, next. This was a pair, a mare and foal pair. This is Robin and Nestling. And are they a fair representation of a robin redbreast? Maybe, but I do really like that red bay color, and the pair of them together look really nice. And then next is Kingfisher in a blue roan. And here again, not the vibrant blue of a kingfisher or with that orange, but we have to remember that this series of models is inspired by birds and is based on realistic colors. I feel like that blue roan color is really nicely done, and I always love this mold's dramatic hair. Okay, moving up a shelf to the last release of 2022. This is Paragan, another of my favorites. I feel like that dusty color and the speckled Appaloosa spots are a really good representation of a peregrine falcon. And he is jumping, or should we say flying. Peregrine falcons are known for their speed in flight, and I feel like the jumping mold is really fitting for this bird. And of course, all the rest of the birds in this series can fly, and none of the rest of them are jumping, but like I said, I feel like it's fitting for this guy. Next is the first model of 2023. This is Flamingo, and she is a rose gray color to approximate a pink flamingo. And then next, this is Magpie, and this is a decorator in a lovely shiny metallic blue. I do love me a good blue. This guy was a bit of a surprise since all the rest of the releases had been realistic colors up to this point, but magpies themselves do have that shiny blue, so it works. And he also has a blaze in the shape of a feather. Such a fun little detail. Okay, next is Sparrow, shaded brown, or maybe silver dapple black or something. I forget what they called her, but a lovely color for sparrows. And then lastly, this is Oriole, and I thought she was really nice. I think they called her an amber dun, but I feel like this color can be, I mean, it's orange without being specifically orange, and with those white and black markings really evoke the Oriole. And there we go. That is the complete Birds of a Feather series. Overall, I felt it was very successful at evoking the namesake birds. Maybe some more successful than others, but overall, really nice collection, really nice on display with an array of colors and patterns. Thanks all.